Yes.
What's going on right now? All you cats.
Okay. Schwann's not here yet, and she's the one starting us off. And Sebastian's not here yet either. So,
He's doing everything.
yay, yay. We might be having people walking in late. Not good. We are starting, and I want you to stick to your time slot. So that means if you have to truncate it, okay? Because if you take longer, then the next person has to take longer, and they might even take longer than that. And then we don't have enough time for right at the end. Hi, Schwan. I was just saying we need everybody to stick to their time. You're gonna go there? Okay. Yeah, if you're in Sophie, go to Sophie, and we'll have a couple people there to help with them feeling good. So in here, make sure that you're switching the mic to who's ever. So Schwann's gonna start off with it, and then she's gonna pass it off to Kathy. Kathy, you're passing it off to Adam, and then Adam, you're passing it off to Sebastian, okay? It's already on. I already got it recording. Make sure you're seen, especially if you're sitting up front. You can lower the iPad if you need to, but make sure you're seen. You might be doing meditation in Sophie.
Okay, should I go there?
No, if you were, is Sebastian and Sophie then?
No, I have my people down for here. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, wait, which group? Yep, it's this one.
Very nice.
It's,
Smelly. Blizzard.
I was thinking that this morning when I woke
Talking about
up.
dark.
I was thinking that this morning.
oh, yes, Amy, I have you in here, not Sebastian. Sebastian's tomorrow. Okay, you're in the right spot. Sorry to freak you out. You're handing it over to Amy. Okay, so we are starting on time. I will be taking notes. Don't freak out, okay? Because it can be about good stuff too. So don't worry about it. It just helps me keep things straight. Okay.
Good morning. Good morning, y'all.
Good morning.
All right. You can
see you.
You can see me. You can see me. I can see me. Let's spend today's sadhana seeing ourselves inside and outside. Let's connect with our sangha. Let's start with a simple phrase of I'm here.
I am here.
And I belong.
I belong.
I belong to this sangha.
I belong to this sangha.
And I belong to this body. I will serve this body. And I will serve this earth. And all the luminous beings on it. Beautiful. Go ahead and start tuning into your breath. Maybe close your eyes. Begin to notice where the breath is leading. Maybe it's some sticky points. Maybe it's some tension. Maybe it's some stress. Within those breaths, if you find those sticky points, bring your next inhale to that point. Maybe it's at a big toe. Maybe it's at your throat. Maybe it's in your gut or your heart space. Bring the breath there. Give it light and begin to serve your body and be present today. Notice if you're tapping into Yoga Sutra 246, Sitra Sukham Asanam. Are you having harmony within the body and the mind? Are you feeling a little unease this morning? Where can you find comfort? Throughout your Sangha, your connection with others today, throughout your sadhana practice, I encourage you to focus on finding the present moment, finding harmony that can carry you off the mat. We are here for such a short time on earth and such a short time on your mat. Let's find harmony off the mat too, and that's why we're here. Tuning into the breath. There's always such a searching for us earthlings. We always search for strength and stability, freedom and flexibility. Sometimes we have too much effort, too much ease. But today you're present, you're purposeful, you're here, and you belong. So whatever imbalances you may notice in your breath and your body, bring your breath back to it throughout today's practice and intentionally create that harmony and balance and that comfort and ease on your mat. Finding whatever mudra serves you, sit a little tall in your next breath and bring to mind your sankalpa. Begin to repeat it to yourself 3 times. On your last repetition, bring to mind one word or one section of your sankalpa, and maybe make it your intention for today's practice. Mine is going to be playful. I'm intending to find joy in today's practice and my connection with others on and off the mat. Tap into your highest truth of what you need today. On and off the mat, notice if you're embodying and living out, serving your sankalpa to yourself and to the world. When you're ready, keeping your eyes closed, maybe open them if you would like to. Take your 2 peace fingers, bring them out to the right and left side of your hips, sit a little taller in your spine. And on your next breath, let's go ahead and connect to the earth before we get into our mantra. Breathing in and out, feeling the roots of your body through your fingers, connecting to the earth while the crown of the head reaches to your highest truth today, reaches to all of the things you may already know that you'll be reminded of and the things you need to hear. Opening yourself up to information, to wisdom, to connection, to emotions, to this body, and grounding yourself so that you can be in service to your body and those around you. Take 2 more gentle breaths in, your natural rhythm. Once you feel that connection, come back to the mudra of your choice. And we're going to go into our Gayatri mantra today. We're going to repeat it 4 times. On the first time, listen to my cadence and try to match it. Om Bhurva Svaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bargo divasya dimahi diyo yona prachodayat. Om Bo Bhuvasvaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bargo Divasya Dimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bo Bhuvasvaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bargo Divasya Dimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat. One more time. Om Bo Bhuvasvaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bargo Divasya Dimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat. Let that sit with you for a moment. Gentle breath in the nose, bringing it down into the chest, warming the heart in the belly. Exhaling out through the nose. 2 more breaths like this. Gentle ease and comfort in the body. From your seated position, go ahead and open your eyes. Come to the present moment in your body. Go ahead and plant your hands in front of you. Gently swing your legs around. Let's come to our tabletop and prepare for our Nali Kriya. In your tabletop with your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees, underneath your hips, allowing some space between the hips, opening the body. Go ahead and let me see those cow faces, opening up the mouth, inhaling deeply, and let me see that cool Halloween cat curve. Exhaling deeply, pressing that breath all the way between the legs, out the bottom, like a little gentle toot. Get that breath out of there. We say toot in the South. Because that's what girls do. We don't do the other thing. Ladies don't do that. Yes, yes. Yes, let that laughter hit that belly. Breathe into your cow. Feeling that release in the spine. Let's go for 2 more cat cows here. And then find some movement with the body. I highly recommend barrel rolls if it's in your practice. And sometimes we just need to focus on the neck, taking gentle circles with the neck and then the hips. Finding your connection with the body and the earth here. And whenever you're ready, come back to neutral tabletop. And then plant your hands. Option always to go into child's pose for a little lengthening of the spine before we go into our down dog. Pressing your hands into the mat, tucking those toes, sit those hips up, come into your down dog. Let's meet there. Maybe walk it out here, pedal it. Maybe kick those heels up, drop them to the left or to the right. Listen to your body. Go ahead and wake up those hamstrings and calves. Like, let's get to it. They support us all day. So let's give them a little love for a second. When you're ready, you're going to tiptoe to the top of your mat. Let's not jump this early in the morning. Let's take our time. Let's be gentle with our body. Come into our forward fold. You might want to grab each elbow. You might want to just a little rock around a little bit. Don't get too shimmy. This is 7 a.m., okay? This is not jazz class. This is your sadhana. Yes, feel the lengthening in the spine. Feel those hamstrings firing up, those calves supporting you. Take a breath here. Feel the spine release one vertebrae at a time, tucking the chin. When you're ready, plant those hands and walk your way up slowly, one vertebrae at a time, coming into your mountain. Come to your extended mountain, lifting, touching the sky, reaching, fingertips pointed back toward the face. And when you're ready, bringing your hands down to Anjali Mudra. Deep breath in and exhale. And then now you can shake it out. Get a little jiggy with it, as Hannah likes to say. Because she was totally born in the 90s. Will Smith was a thing. You guys ready for your Nali Kriya? All right, let's get those feet hip width apart, maybe a little further based on your body. Let's plant those hands into those hips. You can have your hands on the interior thigh, exterior, whatever gives you the most grip. Most of your body weight is going to be on those hands. Okay, so we're not sucking in yet. Let's let the belly hang. Okay, let's just get that gut hanging out like a hammock. Let it go. Get that curve in the back. I want you to try to get some good oxygen load here. Take some deep breaths before you get into your Jalandhara Bandha. A little gentle tuck of the chin. Breathing in deeply. And only when you're ready will you engage your Jalandhara Bandha. Your Mula Bandha, squeezing that, and gently tuck your chin, and then try to get that suction when you're ready. And if you can hold that, maybe try some pumps. Only do as many pumps as your body and mind will allow. Focusing on the compression in the abdomen, up and in. You'll notice if your Jalandhara Bandha is not sealed enough, if you start seeping a little bit of air out of the nose. So come back to the breath, maybe sit upright. Welcome to a gentle back bend, side bend to the left and right, little twist, open up the spine, and get back at it. That's beautiful, Adam. Ryan, I've had better. Let's get to it. Okay, can't laugh when you're doing that, can you? That's really amazing. You can tell the work you've been putting into this. I can see it. Your heart is literally shining because you're out of breath. Now, if you're able to do 10 to 15 pumps, maybe you try the reed. Has anybody tried the reed yet? I know I did, but it wasn't happening. My mind thought it was happening, but when I looked in the mirror, the belly was still very round. It's not coming together, and that's okay.
No, but it's happening. It's just under everything.
Oh, okay.
Still is happening. You
I-
just can't see it.
I believe you.
Yeah,
I believe you. I do feel like my belly button is stronger right here.
Yeah.
So
just because you can't see it doesn't mean.
I agree. Can anybody do the read? I saw it for a second. I really did. That's cool. I love the variation, Hannah, that you're doing for your body, just like showing up for what you need today. That's beautiful. Cool. There you go, Kathy. Focus on what you need right now. I know Hannah's variation has been the most helpful for me coming into that tabletop, just because of lower back problems, issues, slip disc, things like that. So being aware of like the different variations that you need for your body, it could just be like a bad week. You know, you sat too long at your desk and you need that break for your back. There you go. Let's take one more round and either try your pumps, try in tabletop, try on your back to get that suction into the abdomen. Maybe just holding it. Maybe just focus on the breath retention. Listen to what your body needs today. Can anyone go to the four corners? Has anybody tried that yet? Okay. It's my goal. I'm turning 42 this year. In 8 years, by 50, to get to the four corners. I feel like that's a realistic goal. You know, I used to make goals every time we move every year to 2 years. And I'm like, in this year, I'm going to do all these things. And the older you get, you realize that time is precious and goals are just things written on the paper. And sometimes your heart leads you in other places you don't expect once you get there. So listen to your body today. Service your body. Service others through your breath and your connection. Now that we found a little bit of unease within our Ganali Kriya, when you're ready, find yourself in whatever position that's going to serve you. That could be Shavasana, that could be child's pose, that could be tabletop. Down dog, I heard some weird people think it's a pretty easy pose, a relaxing pose. You know, I'm not calling you weird, I'm just calling you stronger than me. So come to your place of rest. And I want you to bring the breath back into the body wholly in a natural rhythm. Your body is no longer deprived of oxygen after trying the different levels of your Nali Kriya. Deep inhale and exhale here, natural rhythm. And I'm going to turn it over to my colleague, Kathy.
Do we have people at home as well? Welcome everyone. My name is Kathy. I'll be working with the asana portion of our sadhana today. When you're ready, let's come into a gentle child's pose. We'll bring our forehead to the mat, our knees nice and wide, our big toes touch. Fingertips are reaching towards the front of the room. Hips are reaching towards your heels. And we will be coming around with hands-on adjustments today. If anyone would like to opt out and choose not to be touched today, please give a big wave and we'll be happy to honor your space. Gotcha. Thank you. And just remember that consent is always ongoing. If we approach you, Andrea and I approach you for an adjustment and you're not feeling it, please just wave us away. It will not hurt our feelings. This is your practice, and we're here for you to hold space and help you get what you need from your practice today. Let's just agree to practice with integrity and safety in mind, taking a rest whenever you need one. Let's begin our Ujjayi breathing. It's an audible breathing through the back of the throat or through your nose with a slight constriction in the back of your throat. And then when you're ready, let's come up to tabletop. And since we've been through our cats and cows, take any organic movements you need, and then we're going to come straight into a downward facing dog. Once you're in your downward facing dog, you're welcome to pedal it out, or you can take a stable down dog, pressing your palms into the mat, pressing your fingertips into the mat, especially the webbing between your forefinger and your thumb. Reaching your tailbone towards the ceiling, finding that length all the way from the tailbone to the crown of your head. Inhale as you gaze forward, and exhale as you slowly walk your feet to your hands for a forward fold. Inhale, standing halfway lift, creating a number 7 with your body, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Hands could be on your shins or your thighs. And exhale, forward fold. Hands can come down to the mat or your shins. Knees can be bent here. Inhale, extended mountains. Arms reach overhead, pinky spiral in. Shoulders drop away from your ears. Low ribs are tucked in. Grounding through all 4 corners of your feet. And then when you're ready, bring your hands to heart center for Samasti Iti. Bringing the intention to mind for your practice today. If you don't have a specific intention, maybe you can think about the concept of Sthira Sukham Asanam, finding that balance between effort and ease in your practice. Sometimes if we have too much ease in our practice, we plateau. And then we get bored because we don't notice any improvements or changes. But if we bring too much effort into our practice, we can get burned out. So let's focus on finding that balance today. And flutter your eyes open if they were closed, and inhale to extended mountain, arms reaching overhead. Grasp your left wrist with your right hand, and exhale to the right, side bend to the right. Inhale back to center, switch your grip. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale back to center, W out your arms, and shine your heart towards the ceiling. Inhale back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, squeezing your shoulder blades together, gazing at the top edge of your mat. And exhale your hands down to the mat and step back for a plank. You can take the plank either from your toes or your knees. One long line of energy between your heels and the crown of your head. I'm going to press into my hands. Nice, Ryan. Slow, deep breathing here. Let's hinge forward. So we're coming over our wrists and then hinge back. Press your heels. You thought I was going straight down to the mat. We're going to build some tapas. Hinge forward on an inhale, coming over your wrist if that is comfortable for you. Maintaining the integrity of your joints. And come back, bring your heels to the back of the room. Holding that plank, building some tapas. Inhale as you hinge forward. And exhale as you lower down to your belly with your elbows tucked into your sides. We're setting up for a baby cobra. So on your next inhale, your torso can lift. Little to no weight in your hands, baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. Now bring your fingers out to the sides of your mat with your elbows pointing up. Come up on your fingertips like you're protecting a cupcake under your hands. Inhale as you raise your torso. Exhale as you dip your left shoulder down, looking over your right shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale, dip your right shoulder, looking over your left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, lower your torso, tuck your back toes, hands underneath your shoulders, and meet me in a downward facing dog. Inhale as you gaze forward. Exhale your feet to your hands for a forward fold. You can hop, skip, or float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, standing halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bring your hands to the mat. Step back to your plank and find your half series. You can do what we did at first and come down to baby cobra. You could come halfway down for a chaturanga, into an up dog, and then a down dog. Or you can skip this part and meet me in downward facing dog. What is your body asking for? What is your breath asking for? Let's do that one more time. One breath, one movement. Inhale as we gaze forward. Exhale your feet to your hands for forward fold. Actually, I changed my mind. We're on a schedule here, people. Inhale, chair pose. Your feet and knees can be together or they can be apart. Building that tapas, tailbone reaching down towards your mat. Low ribs are tucked in. Hands can be at heart center or reaching overhead. Building that tapas, building that heat, finding that balance of ease and effort, even in this challenging pose. On your next exhale, come into drinking bird. Arms sweep back behind you, raise up onto your tippy toes. Nice. Inhale, back to chair. Now, keeping your feet where they are, imagine scrubbing your feet away from each other, almost like you're trying to stretch the mat between your feet. It's going to change the experience of the muscles in your quads. On your next exhale, come into drinking bird, coming up onto your tippy toes, arms reach behind you, staying on your tippy toes. Inhale to extended mountain. Nice balance check, Sam. Staying on your tippy toes, exhale into a forward fold. Nice, Amy. And another challenge, if you'd like, stay on your tippy toes for your halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bring your hands to the mat and find your half series or meet me in downward facing dog. Inhale, up dog as you pull your heart through and forward, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts, three-legged down dog. Hips are square to the mat, heel is reaching towards the back of the room, helping you engage your quads here. You want to push into my hand? Exhale, lunge, bring your foot between your hands, as many steps as you need to get there. And you're welcome to surf it out here, bending into the right knee. Your left knee can stay on the mat, or it can be lifted. You can use blocks here. Coming back to our neutral low lunge, plant both hands on the mat or a block. Bring your right hand up towards the ceiling for a twist. Broadening through the collarbones. And exhale your hands back down to the mat. This is my wake up alarm.
Sounded fine.
I thought it was music too.
Inhale your left arm to the ceiling for a twist.
Left?
Yeah.
So the other way now.
Other way now. And then exhale back to the floor. And let's meet in a downward facing dog because I completely lost my spot now. Thank you. Wake up alarm. Okay. I know. Okay. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, lunge, bring your foot between your hands. Inhale to a high crescent, engaging your core, your Uddiyana Bandha. Left knee is slightly bent, hips are squarish to the front of the room, low ribs are tucked in. From here, open twist to the right. Right arm reaches back, left arm reaches forward. If you find you're wobbling, you can widen your stance, bring your left and right foot further apart from each other. On your next inhale, exalted warrior, right hand comes to the back of the left thigh, gazing towards the ceiling, finding that beautiful stretch for your left side body, reaching towards the ceiling. And exhale, warrior two, adjusting your stance. Pressing weight into the back edge of your back foot. Front knee is stacked over the front ankle. Can you see your front toes? Inhale as you hinge forward and exhale into extended side angle, keeping length through both side bodies, using your inhales to lengthen and your exhales to twist a little deeper in your pose. One more round of breath here. And inhale, reverse warrior, staying low in your lunge. Sorry, my hands are cold. Finding that beautiful stretch through your right side body. And on your next exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the mat and find your half series, which is always optional. Is your breath in your body asking for ease? Or is it still got some more effort to give? And can we find that balance? Inhale, left leg lifts, three-legged down dog. Heel is pointing towards the back of the room. Hips are squarish to your mat. Want to press into my hand? Hands are pressing firmly into your mat. Exhale, lunge. As many steps as you need to get there. And you're welcome to surf it out on this side. Inhaling as you shine your heart forward. I think I have another alarm set. Left knee can stay on the mat or it can stay lifted. Yep. Lesson learned, turn off all your alarms. Inhale back to your neutral lunge. Bring both hands to the mat. Inhale your right arm up towards the ceiling. We're doing both sides. So inhale your right arm up to the ceiling. You can thank my alarm for that. Exhale your hand back down to the mat. Then inhale your left arm up to the ceiling for a nice twist, finding that stretch, shining your heart towards the ceiling. Exhale, lower your hand back down. Engage your core and inhale to a high crescent. Nice. Back heel is reaching towards the back of the room, maybe a slight bend in the back knee. Arms reaching towards the ceiling, shoulders relaxed away from your ears. Inhale, open twist to the left. Left arm reaches back, right arm reaches forward. Hips are still level-ish to the front of the room. On your next inhale, exalted warrior. Left hand comes to the back of the right thigh, reaching towards the ceiling, finding that length. Then on your next inhale, come to a warrior two. Front knee is stacked over the front ankle, pressing weight into the back edge of your back foot, reaching forward and back, finding that length, both front to back and feet to crown of the head. Shoulders stacked directly over your hips. Inhale as you hinge forward and exhale into extended side angle. Again, using your inhales to lengthen and exhales to twist a little deeper in your pose. Slow, deep breaths. On your next inhale, reverse warrior, staying low in your lunge, finding that stretch through your left side body, reaching towards the back corner of the room. And exhale your hands to the mat for your half series. Find your flow. Inhale, upward facing dog, broadening through the collarbone, shoulders back away from your ears. Nice, Ryan. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, your feet to your hands for a forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Can you sink lower in your chair? Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bring your hands to the mat and step back and find your half series, your vinyasa flow. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts, three-legged down dog. Exhale, lunge, bring your foot between your hands. Inhale to high crescent, engage your core. Exhale, open twist to the right. Inhale, exalted warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior, staying low in your lunge. Exhale your hands to the mat for your half series, or meet me in down dog. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts, three-legged down dog. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, high crescent coming from your core. Exhale, open twist to the left. Inhale, exalted warrior. Find that stretch. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale as you hinge forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale as you cartwheel your hands to the mat and find your flow. What is your body asking for? What is your breath asking you for today? We'll do that one more round, maybe a few slight differences. Inhale, right leg lifts, three-legged down dog. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, open twist to the right. Inhale, exalted warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands to the mat for your half series. Or meet me in down dog. Half series is always optional. Up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts, three-legged down dog. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, high crescent coming from the core. Exhale, open twist to the left. Inhale, exalted warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior, staying low in your lunge. And exhale, cartwheel your hands to the mat for your vinyasa. Or meet me in downward facing dog. And when you're ready, come on down to your knees and grab a drink. How's everybody feeling? Are you warmed up? You sure? We can do a couple more rounds of that. We got time. No. Just take your drink, catch your breath, and then we're gonna start on some core. I left something out of that last Sun B. You can thank me later. Okay, so for our core, we're gonna do wheel of karma. So we're going to set up on our backs. And I like to put my hands underneath my hips, but you're also welcome to put your hands just down on the mat beside your hips. You're also welcome to put a block under your head if that's more comfortable on your back. What we're going to do is inhale our heels to the ceiling, knees as straight as is comfortable for you. Exhale as we lower our legs down to the floor, about 1 inch hovering off the floor. Inhale, bend your knees, bring your heels to your hips. And then exhale as you straighten your heels to the ceiling. And then we're going to do a few rounds of this, exhaling our heels almost to the floor, bending our knees, bring our heels into our hips, straighten our legs up. Here's our core song.
The music is on point.
This isn't a more.
No, this is not an alarm. All right, next time you've got your heels back up to the ceiling, we're going to go in the other direction. So this time, exhale as you bring your knees to your chest, heels straighten out in front of you, and then inhale as you lift them to the ceiling. We'll go a few rounds of this. And one more round. Inhaling knees to the chest, exhaling them straight out, inhaling back up to the ceiling. And then when you're done, you can bring your knees into your chest for a nice tight hug. Maybe rock from side to side. And then when you're ready in your time, we will meet back in downward facing dog. And we're still working on core here. We're going to come into fallen triangle. So inhale, right leg lifts for three-legged down dog. Exhale your knee to your nose. Rounding through your shoulders, finding that cat back, holding it here. Inhale your leg back to center. Exhale your knee to your right elbow. Again, coming forward, finding that cat back, holding that pose, building your tapas. And bring your foot back to center. Exhale your knee to your left elbow. From here, we're going to straighten our right leg. Pivot your left foot down onto the mat. Reach your left arm up to the ceiling for fallen triangle. Nice, Amy. Nice, Ryan. Love the variations. Breathing here, stretching through your intercostals, getting your hips as high as you can. Then exhale as you bring your hand back down to the mat, tuck your left toes, and meet me in downward facing dog. You can shake it out if you want to. And then we'll inhale, left leg lifts for a three-legged down dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Coming forward over your wrists, finding that cat back, holding that building tapas. Inhale your leg back to center. Exhale your knee to your left elbow. Nice, holding that. Inhale your leg back to center. Exhale your left knee to your right elbow. Straighten your left leg. Pivot your right foot down to the mat. Right arm reaches up for fallen triangle. Nice. Breathing here, stretching through those intercostals. All of that space between your ribs. Exhale as you bring your hand back down to the mat. And let's meet in downward facing dog. You're welcome to take a half series here. It is not necessary at this point. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale your feet to your hands for a forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. And let's bring our hands to heart center for this one. Inhale as we hinge forward. Exhale, prayer twist to the right. Now, ground your weight down into your right foot. Your left foot becomes light. Step back into a revolved crescent. Nice, Adam. Breathing here. Inhale to high crescent. And exhale your hands back to the mat and meet me back in downward facing dog. Let's take a round of breath together. Deep inhale. Full, complete exhale. Inhale, left leg lifts, three-legged down dog. Exhale, bring your foot back to your mat. That was me. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, your feet to your hands for forward folds. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale your hands to heart center. Inhale as you hinge forward, and exhale, prayer twist to the left. One long line of energy between both elbows, using your inhales to lengthen, your exhales to twist. Ground your weight into your left foot. Your right foot becomes nice and light. Step back into revolved crescents. Nice. Breathing here, shining your heart towards the ceiling. Inhale to a high crescent. And exhale your hands down to the mat and meet me in downward facing dog. You're welcome to take a half series here, but it is also not necessary. Okay, let's come on down to the mat and catch our breaths. I'm gonna do a quick demo here. We're gonna do some funsy stuff. That's allowed. I said so, so here we are. Okay, the first thing we're gonna do is come into a malasana, and we're gonna be facing the left side of the room when we do this. I'm just demoing for the sake of the camera here. So we'll come into our malasana, and you all know your malasana, use our elbows to gently press our knees open, shining our heart forward as well as we can. From malasana, we're gonna come up to five-pointed star. Then we're gonna come into a one-legged five-pointed star and then come straight into tree. And this is the fun part. We're gonna use our drishti here to stay centered and focused. We're also balancing our energy and our ease. And then to exit our pose, we're gonna come back into the five-pointed star and then back into malasana. Yeah, we got it? All right, so let's face the left side of the room. And yeah, let's find our malasana. You can use a block under your hips as well. That's a really great modification. And we're gonna ground into our left foot first. Inhale here in your malasana, shining your heart forward. Exhale, inhale up to five-pointed star. Ground down through your left foot, one-legged five-pointed star. Using your drishti, come straight into your tree pose. Staring at some point that's not moving. And widen your toes, that's gonna help your balance. Pressing your standing leg into your foot, pressing your foot into your standing leg. Your foot can be at your calf. It can be used as a kickstand, touching the floor. Maybe you wave your branches. And then when you're ready, we'll come back to one-legged five-pointed star and then step gently and carefully into malasana. Okay, good job, everyone. Let's do the other side. Inhale here, come on up to five-pointed star, come into one-legged five-pointed star, and then find your tree. Foot can be wherever you like it, just not on your knee, because our knee isn't designed to handle sideways pressure. Widening your toes, using your drishti for your focus. Contracting your muscles, pushing your standing leg into your foot into your standing leg. Maybe you wave your branches. And to exit, inhale back to one-legged five-pointed star. Step gently down into malasana. Nice focus, everyone. Okay, from here, inhale back up to five-pointed star. Exhale into a wide-legged forward fold. Can you bring your weight more into the balls of your feet? Your heels are nice and light, like I can slide a piece of paper under your heels. Pressing down into your feet. Lift your sacrum towards the ceiling. Find that slight micro movement. Nice, Amy, I felt that. That should really light up your hamstrings. If it doesn't, don't worry, because our bodies are all different. And let's bring both hands to the floor. Inhale your left arm to the ceiling for a twist. Exhale your hand back down. Inhale your right arm to the ceiling for a twist. Exhale your arm back down. And then from here, walk your hands forward to the front of the mat and meet me in a downward facing dog. I like all the different options here. Inhale, right leg lifts, three-legged down dog. Exhale, bring your right knee towards your right wrist, setting up for pigeon. You can look over your right shoulder to square your hips forward. Left leg is straight behind you. Inhale here to find length. And then keeping that length, exhale into your version of sleeping pigeon. Should I do a real Shavasana and like close the curtains and stuff? Oh, okay. In this pose, you can use it as an active pose, or you can use it as a resting pose. If you want to use it as an active pose, you can press some weight into your right shin and your left foot. You might find that that lifts your pelvis slightly off of the floor, and that's okay. If you'd like to use this as a resting pose, relax all of those muscles. And we're still finding length here. So we're still reaching our fingertips towards the front. We're reaching our toes towards the back. And when you're ready, bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck your back toes. Inhale to a three-legged downward facing dog. Shake it out. And then meet me in a down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts, three-legged down dog. Exhale, bring your knee to your wrist, setting up for pigeon on the other side. Right leg comes straight behind you. You can look over your left shoulder to square your hips forward. Inhale here to find length, and keeping that length. Exhale as you lower down to your version of sleeping pigeon. You're also welcome to put a block under your left hip. This side may feel completely different than your first side. That is pretty normal to be expected. Just notice that, honor it, let it go. Again, finding your length here, crown of the head, reaching forward, toes are reaching towards the back of the room. If you use this as an active pose on the first side, you're welcome to do that again. Notice what thoughts come up for you here in these resting poses. Can you bring yourself back to your mat? Staying with your breath, maybe relaxing your Ujjayi breath. And then when you're ready, bring your hands underneath your shoulders and tuck your right toes and step back into a three-legged down dog. Shake it out and meet me in downward facing dog. On your next inhale, hinge forward into a plank from your toes or your knees. And exhale as you lower slowly to your belly with your arms tucked into your sides. We're setting up for Shalabhasana here, locust pose. So fingers reach down towards the toes, palms facing the mat. You got your palms on the mat. On your next inhale, come into locust pose, raising your torso and then your legs. Keeping a long neutral neck, gazing at the top edge of your mat. Nice, Shuan, I saw that adjustment. This is a back strengthener. We're strengthening our spinal muscles, maybe riding the wave of our breath here. And then exhale as you bring your favorite ear down to the mat. You can windshield wiper your legs, rock your hips from side to side. And I have to thank Ryan for that because he said it when I was a student and I use it for every single class. And usually gives me the giggles, but not today. So we're all good. Okay, so we'll do one more Shalabhasana. I will also give you the option of bow, Dhanurasana. If you'd like to take bow, you can bend your knees and reach back for your ankles. You can do like Sam is doing and clasp your hands behind your back for that bind. That's a great option. But wherever you are on your next inhale, torso raises, legs raise, riding the wave of your breath. How's that feel? On your next exhale, lower down. Take your second favorite ear to the mat. Windshield wiper your legs or just wiggle out your hips, reset your low back. And then when you're ready, come up to sitting with your legs extended straight out in front of you. This music is an excerpt from the New World Symphony, Dvorak Symphony number 9. They're playing it today in Colorado Springs, and one of our Cambio students is a violinist. Her name is Heather, and she will be playing this music this evening, which makes me cry. Oh, yeah. Sam is going to be there with her husband. Okay, let's press our hands beside our hips, finding length through our spine. Then inhale your arms overhead, shoulders away from your ears. Exhale into a forward fold. Keeping your low back straight, your hands can come to your shins, your thighs, the outside edges of your feet. Knees can be as bent as you like them. Now, keeping your hands where they are, inhale for a mini halfway lift. And then exhale, forward fold again, this time rounding into your back. If you're rounding into your back, you can let go of the tension on your hands and let gravity just gently pull you into your forward fold. And we'll take a full deep inhale here. Exhale. Inhale back up to sitting. And then clasp your hands in front of you. This is a Sam special. And on the count to 10, lower yourself down onto your mat. You could count very, very slowly if you like, or you could count really fast. Totally up to you, yogi's choice. Next time we'll all do it with a swoosh. Okay, from here, let's bring our knees into our chest. A nice tight hug, maybe rocking side to side. And then we're going to come into a happy baby, reaching for the outside edges of our feet. You could also reach for our calves or behind our knees. Knees are coming towards the outsides of our ribs. You're welcome to rock from side to side or kick into one foot and then the other. Our last stop is Shavasana. So you're welcome to take any movements you need to prepare for Shavasana. Shavasana can be taken on your back or your side. You can come into Supta Baddha Konasana with your soles of your feet together. And this just helps our bodies incorporate everything we've just done. And I will let you know when it's time to come out. And it's time to slowly and gently come out of our Shavasana. Maybe bring some movement to your fingers and toes, turning your head from side to side, curling up onto one side using your lower arm as a pillow, coming into a seed pose. This position represents stored energy and the potential for unlimited growth. Eventually finding your way up to sitting with your legs crossed in front of you. Hands to heart center. And I bow to you with a blessing of peace. Om Shanti Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace.
Okay. Next up is our Kapalabhati skull cleansing breath. So make your way into a comfortable seated position, maybe sitting on a block, a blanket, allowing the hips to be above the knees.
Adam, make sure you're seeing.
Oh, nice. Finding a nice long spine. Bringing the hands to Yana Mudra, index and thumb touch, or Dhyana Mudra, top of the right palm presses down onto the left palm here. Let's take 3 deep inhales to prepare. Take a deep inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly blink open the eyes. If you have glaucoma, high blood pressure, menstruation, just stick with the traditional pranayama breathing. It's 3 rounds that we will get into, 15, 30, and 45. We'll get a little faster as we go. So it's a passive inhale through the nose, or no, the exhales are out of the nose. It's a snapping in and up of the belly. So let's prepare ourselves. Take an inhale. Exhale, begin. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open the eyes. Take a deep breath in. Tuck the chin. Jalandhara Bandha. Hold the breath. Squeeze it in. Squeeze the abdomen in. Good. Exhale, release. We'll get into 30 rounds here. Exhale. Good. Inhale to prepare. 3, 2, 1. Halfway. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Swallow. Tuck the chin. Jalandhara Bandha. Squeeze it all in. Hold the breath. And release. Lift the chin. Gaze forward. Our final round. 45 breaths. A little bit faster. Good. Take an inhale to prepare. 3, 2, 1. Keep them strong. Snapping in and up of the belly. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tuck the chin, swallow, gaze down. Jalandhara Bandha, throat lock here. Good, and release. Lift the chin. Next, we have Sitkari breathing exercise. It is used with the tostada tongue. You will bring your teeth together and the tip of your tongue will press against the back of your teeth. You'll open your mouth, kind of like a Joker smile. And then you just want to breathe in through the sides of the molars, allowing the cold air to go over the pool of the tongue. We'll do 3 rounds, inhaling through that and then exhaling out of the nose. Good. Inhale to prepare, and then exhale. And then inhale, start to hissing breath. Inhale all the way up, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale through the nose, chest, ribs, belly. Good, we'll do that again. Inhale, start to hold it. Exhale through the nose. And one more time, inhale. Prepare. Breathing in through the sides of the teeth. Holding it, taking a sip at the top. Exhale, release out of the nose. Next up is Shitali Pranayama. It's the taco tongue. If you're genetically not able to do the taco tongue, you can always keep the tostada tongue. So from here, take an inhale, start to breathe through the taco tongue, cooling the breath. Good. Exhale through the nose, release. 2 more times. Inhale. Taco tongue or tostada tongue, whatever is there for you today. Exhale. Release out of the nose. One more time. Inhale. Nice cool breath, long, top of the tongue. And then at the top of the inhale, allow the exhale out of the nose. The final breathing exercise of pranayama is Nadi Shuddhi. Allow your hands to come to Vishnu Mudra. Thumb is out, ring and pinky extend out, and then the other two fingers fold in. The inhales will start through the left nostril, and then you'll press the left nostril and then exhale out of the right, and then in through the right, exhale out of the left. So start to breathe in through the left. With the inhale, imagine moon shape at the base of the head. And with the exhale, imagine a sun at the center of the belly. Allow for maximum lung capacity on the inhales. Also imagining the three-part double up breath, inhaling through the belly, the ribs, then the chest. With the exhale, chest, ribs, and belly. Take a few more here, then we'll add on. Now from here, take your left palm. We're going to count with our thumb with the pads of our fingers. Allowing yourself to say Om on every inhale, or Ram on the inhale, and then Vam on the exhale. So start whenever you're ready. Nice deep belly inhales. Long exhales. Come into a couple more here. Once you feel as you've had enough, bring both hands back to Yana Mudra or Dhyana Mudra. Close the eyes. And that is the pranayama portion of today's class. And thank you. Yeah.
I'll be guiding you guys all through the chakra Kundalini meditation. If you'd like, you can switch your feet out for more comfortable, tall seated posture. Maybe take a different option for your seat if you'd like for our practice today. My name is Amy. Welcome. Begin to tune in once again to your breath pattern. The breath pattern here is a 3-part wave breath, yogi wave breath pattern. And it begins from your belly up into your middle chest, into your neck and collarbones. And then you reverse the order back down from your collarbones to the middle chest, back down to the base, the root of your spine, your root chakra. Eyes are closed or a soft gaze. And come into either a Jnana mudra or your Dhyana mudra. Right hand resting in your left palm for Dhyana, or Jnana, thumb and fingertips touch, outer 3 fingers spread wide, resting on your lap. Begin to lengthen your inhales as you come from the base up to the top of your spine and then back down. Begin to set your gaze with the Shambhavi Mudra. Your gaze is up and into your third eye, between your eyebrows, middle of your head region. If this causes any strain, you can just keep a normal eyes closed gaze. And then come into your Jiva Bandha. This is a tongue lock where you bring your tongue to the top of your mouth, that palate, the hard palate. You create a suction on the back of your tongue as you pull it up, and then you pull it towards your soft palate, farther back the tip of your tongue. And if you feel like your tongue comes out of this position, just continue to try and re-engage it along with your Shambhavi Mudra, maintaining your Dhyana or Jnana Mudra with your hands, just to help bind our senses to prepare us for our meditation. And as you begin your breath from the base of your spine, you begin to imagine a red line coming up along your spine from the base, the root chakra, to the sacral, to the solar plexus, to the heart, to the throat, to the back of your head, middle of your forehead, third eye. Then it comes back down all the way to your sacrum, your root. Begin to imagine this red line, this nurturing, blood-filling red line along your spine, your spinal column, helping you find alignment from your sit bones to the top of your head as it rises up. And then the energy comes back down towards the earth, towards your roots. Steady your breath with ease. Allow your breath to come from the base and up high into your collarbones, your neck. Maybe take an extra breath at the top if it's not reaching up toward your shoulders, your neck at the top. And then exhale. Let it go. Let it come back down, your red line along your spine. And as you imagine your red line coming up through your spine, you can imagine a white golden light bursting at each chakra level as that red line initiates at your root chakra, a white golden light bursts, then to your sacral,
a white golden light bursting out into expansion in your body through your solar plexus, coming up into your heart center, Anahata chakra, to your throat, Vishuddha, and your third eye, Agna. That white golden light, along with the red line, comes back down your spine as you exhale with your own breath pattern, your own pace. Imagine these chakra centers expanding, energizing your body, filtrating it, rejuvenating it. At each chakra center, we'll be adding the bija sound to our chakra with that white golden light and the red line that expands from your root chakra. If you'd like, you can even tap to bring awareness with Lam, white golden light, as you come up to your sacral, Vam. You're imagining or saying to yourself in your mind, your solar plexus, Ram, your navel center, Ram, your heart center, Yam, your throat, Ham, and your third eye, Om. Then you come back down their third eye, Om, to Ham, Yam, Ram, Vam, Lam. Continue to keep that pattern in your focus, your concentration, hearing those bija sounds as you go through, as you're inhaling, Lam, Vam, Ram, Yam, Ham, Om. At the top, you begin to exhale, Om, Ham, Yam, Ram, Vam, Lam. White golden light at each bija sound, striking, bursting, opening.
Maintain your focus on your Shambhavi Mudra, the intention you're here. You are in the right place at the right time, in the right body, in the right moment. Begin to bring your Sankalpa to mind. And recite it 3 times internally. Maintain the alignment in your spine, the steadiness in your 3-part yogi way breath pattern. The red line nourishing up along your spine as you inhale and then coming down. Following your bija sounds, the white golden light. Maybe you visualize a lotus at each chakra level with your bija sound. We'll be here for 2 more minutes, maintaining your focus and your intention for your practice. Begin to relax your Shambhavi Mudra, your Jiva Bandha, and your Mudra. You can slowly flutter your eyes open as you make your way softly off your props if you're in a seated position, making your way down to your mat, onto your back for our final resting pose, Shavasana. Allowing your body to come in full contact with the ground using props however you may like, maybe a bolster underneath your knees, a blanket for your neck for support. We'll be here for about 6 minutes. So allow your body to find rest and comfort with this position. Maybe your feet flop out to the sides. Hands, palms are facing towards the sky if you'd like to receive energy, or palms down if you'd like to ground. If you'd like, you can maintain your Shambhavi Mudra if this helps you to focus your awareness and steady your breath. Maybe it's a 3-part yogi breath pattern here, or just your normal breath pattern to allow you to find harmony, ease, and peace for your body
in your final resting place today. And to slowly wake up your body, maybe wiggling your feet and your fingers, and then making bigger circles as you slowly bring awareness and life back to your body here in the now on this earth. Maybe take a big good morning stretch, arms overhead, feet long down on your mat. Maybe a good yawn. And when you're ready, allow your body to roll to one side and curl yourself up. Really seal this in for your practice. Bring your knees to your chest. Then using your hands to slowly press your body up from the earth, coming up to a seated position to end our practice today. Bring your hands to heart center for Anjali Mudra. Eyes are closed or soften gaze. Once again, just bring your intention back to mind. What brings you here today, your purpose, your reason for yourself. You have a purpose. It's very meaningful. You were in the right place. You were here to exemplify it with your sankalpa. Keep that in mind on your mat and as you go forth throughout your day and spread your sankalpa and your love and peace to others. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace to you all. Thank you for allowing us to guide your practice today with sadhana. Awesome job, everybody. Let's give them all a round of applause. It is challenging to do that very first one. How are we all feeling? Yeah. That happens, right?
Yeah.
It's like, damn, I forgot this and I meant to say that. And it happens. So no worries. You all did great. Yes, yes. And
give everybody stuff to work with.
yes. And that being said, don't be afraid to communicate with each other because tie the theme throughout what you're all doing.
That's what Kathy and I did. She
Yeah.
I mean, after I asked her what her theme wanted to be, so that's why I brought in Sutra 246.
Okay. Well, I think the person who's setting up the intro gets to set up the theme.
Well, I wanted to just get her buy-in to see if I was on the right track.
Okay.
I was already going for opposites,
Okay.
like hot, cold, flexibility, and tension, and so that it just tied in.
Okay. I loved it. I loved your theme of, having us all just center and ground ourselves and then to say out loud, I belong, I'm worthy, all those things. So that was a great job really setting that up for us. Your voice was nice and calming, though everybody could do more volume because this is a big space and you need to be able to, the people in the back to be able to hear you. So collectively, everyone, volume. I loved the theme. You did great with the Gayatri mantra. But I would do more than 4 because you had us listen to the first one to get your rhythm. And then even with the second one, we're still not quite there. But by the 4th one, we were with you. But it doesn't give us much time to really get into the zone of it. So do at least 6 chants of whatever it is you're doing. But nice job saying, follow me the first time around, listen, get my rhythm because you're going to be leading it. You do need to be a little bit louder for us to be able to really hear it. So it's hard when we're like, this is scary. But nice job with that. Give the contraindications when you're doing the Nauli.
Yes.
Okay, that's very important. And then also tell us to when we're done doing the vacuum or the pumping or the various steps that to come up and take a breath because that can help with lightheadedness. And since I didn't eat anything this morning, thank you, Kathy, to just make sure that we're just safer in that. But I loved that you gave us permission to be wherever it was because you're where you are at. So that was great. You pointed out when Hannah was doing it from tabletop that it's a great way to find different ways of getting in Owly. So nice job. The only other thing is I would say when you were leading us to the warm up to Nowly, to say your versus those. So you said bring those feet wide for Nowly and things like that. Have us connect with our body. So say your feet, bring your feet wide. But that's what I would do. Okay. Kathy, nice job. So good job pointing out that, yeah, alarms, everybody. Yes, yes. And it was very quiet and I was like, man, your music is really, really low. But I didn't realize it was the alarm that was going. It really did change the music when you turned it off. But just be aware, just like when we're coming in here, that we're silencing our phone to be aware of your alarms. So,
Yeah, because I did silence my phone, but the alarm is separate. Did not even
yes,
think about that at
yes,
all.
yes.
One thing I did the other day was my Spotify is going, so I need my Wi-Fi because normally I just turn my phone on airplane mode, but then my Spotify doesn't work.
Mhm.
So then someone had to show me how to do the do not disturb.
There you go. Yeah, there's always the do not disturb, but there's also like, I have an iPhone, there's a silent button on the side. So, like text message will still vibrate, but it won't come through the,
Disrupt the music.
Yeah.
I've not gotten a call.
If you're doing like a class though.
Yeah, yeah.
I know, that's just.
Yeah. Well, it's, I think if you have it set up where that particular phone call will come through. Like, if my mom needs to call me, I have it set up so that she can go through any of my alarms, any of my quieting devices and things like that.
It was just family and friends, but I had do not disturb. It was not a phone call that's to forward through. And because of the Bluetooth speaker, for some reason,
Uh-huh.
it let it come through.
Mm.
So I
It-
don't know what's going on with that.
So it happens, right?
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just rolling with it. But nice job, really rolling with it. You used it throughout. We could blame my alarm for the fact that, we're a little mixed up right now. That's okay. Loved the theme. Really tie it in more.
Yeah, I forgot. I had a whole spiel for Shavasana and I completely missed it.
Yeah. And know that when you're doing asana, you're still planning a shavasana in there. Okay.
How long would you say for that?
So if you, my phone's somewhere. If in the Google Classroom, there's a breakdown of the time in that. It also has in there like what we're looking for the various parts. And I think it does say 40 minutes plus 5 minutes for shavasana.
Yeah, I definitely.
Yeah, it's 45 minutes for asana in total. It's just that you need to plan for a shavasana. So like a regular class, it's just 45 minutes versus 60. So, but my hips were well warmed up. You got us really building the tapas, which you were looking for. So nice job. Volume. I want to be able to hear you. So, if you did give it an adjustment, make sure you get to both sides. Okay. Andrea, nice pressure with your
Does
assists.
everyone think that?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, because my feedback in 200 hours that I'm heavy-handed, so I was really focusing on being light.
Oh, you did.
It felt just spot on for me. So.
I think what was really challenging was I don't know what we're doing.
Right.
Yes.
And then I'm like, I don't want to adjust everything. And then I'm like, this is like balancing. Like, I'm not going to touch you, but I think that's when I touched you.
Yeah. So that's why it's good to talk as a group. Like, I think Kathy might have changed some of what she was planning to do, but if you have like, I'm going to do malasana and I'm going to do, the one-legged 5-pointed star. So then you're telling your adjuster what to be expecting. And if you can do that beforehand, then you can kind of like look up what is one-legged 5-pointed star, that kind of thing.
I just totally made that up and started happening.
Well,
So it depends because in hot, I think that was kind of what we were doing is half moon-ish in hot for what Kathy was doing. So it's in that direction of maybe the hand coming towards the floor.
Yeah, so you're not horizontal. And
Yeah.
Side like one way to start, and you're not stacking your hips.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
more of a transitional position. Yeah.
Yep, transitional. I'm just saying it so that it's getting on the mic just in case. Yeah, so good pressure. You stayed with me, nice long time, all good. Wide-legged forward fold, I would give more pressure, especially with the hand on the tailbone. And you could talk to me. You could tell me to press my sacrum up into your hand, and that helps me to activate my legs more. So being an adjuster, not teaching class at the same time, you don't know where you need to be when it's time for things. I saw you rush over to Adam. Yeah.
Stay there, but that was the whole big debacle. And then
Yes.
the right leg again,
Yes.
and I was like, well, I don't
Yes.
know, do I move on? Are we going back?
Yeah. So just kind of think about when you're giving adjustments that if you're doing something on one side, don't get too far away. Like if you're doing Adam, don't go to Amy afterwards. Come over in this general vicinity so that you're there to be able to get to it, because sometimes we don't hold the second side as long as we do the first side. And so if you're far away, you don't get a chance to get there. Now, for those who like Adam could have stayed in there a little bit longer, and you can mention that when my adjuster is with you, if you want to stay with them, you don't have to move with my breath if I tell you to move forward. Okay, so for everybody, if you're teaching and you have an adjuster, tell your students that it's okay to stay with the adjuster.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the other challenge, was like, how fast are we moving? Like, do I have time?
Yes.
No, I'm like, I don't know.
It's hard when you're the adjuster and not doing class. So nice job.
Good experience.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I have a lunch class that's at 9:30. Do we only have one item?
We do, and I will be done at 9. Okay. Adam, nice job. How did it feel for you?
I feel like I went a little too fast. I forgot to, I was nervous, so I forgot to put my timer on. I forgot a few mudras and some
Yeah.
things, but
So you were knowing it.
yeah.
I think you did 13 minutes and you have 15. So we had a little more time, but you were also making up because I don't think we actually started at 7. So make sure everybody's here in time so that we can really start at 7 o'clock. And then, yes, totally did it on purpose. Totally. I know that's what you were doing. So being aware of that, and Kathy did make up a minute, you did make up the rest of the time. So we had that, but being aware of that, being respectful, because that's what you would want, right? So make sure you're here with plenty of time. With volume. Yeah. I mean, it is pranayama, so be energetic, okay? Because that's what we're doing. We're moving energy, so be with that. With Kapalabhati, I always have to pause for a moment because I want to say it differently. Yeah. You did give the contraindication, so that was really nice. With the clapping, be louder.
Didn't really get like a.
Yeah.
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 I don't know what it was. I didn't do it.
Yeah. It was kind of more like this. Yeah. Yes.
I forgot how to clap.
Yes. It happens, right? And you can use the metronome on a phone to do that for you, because you need to have consistent and you need to be loud. So consistency was needed to be, plus the loudness of it.
For the 15 count, what's the metronome number? I think it's 72 is 30.
Good question.
I'd have to read it.
Yeah. If somebody knows that offhand. Yeah.
I downloaded it, metronome, but yeah.
Yeah. So don't be afraid to use that. Your count was a little bit off. They were by 5. five more than, so if you're telling us 15, count the 15. It's a lot of steps in pranayama to remember. So fantastic job. If we're doing 15, then we're holding for 15 when we hold the breath. We're holding the breath for 30. We're holding the breath for 45. So it's equal parts of what we're doing. Now, you could have done 15, 20, and 30.
Right.
You know, you don't have to do 15, 30, and 45. But it's also a great place when we're doing longer holds with the breath to be tapping into our sankalpa. But then remember to, when you need to come out, come out. Are you telling them about the sankalpa while they're holding? Yeah, yeah. So especially on that 30 and the 45 second, if you're doing that, have them when you feel like you would normally be struggling, have them tap into their sankalpa and say it to themselves. That's when it can be a good time to be able to stay more in. And then remembering the Jiva Bandha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nadi, give more. Give more. You were getting quieter as you were going along, so just volume, okay? And it's vam 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 ram 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 ram. Okay. Yeah, that part was confusing. So just and then we always end an exhale on the left. Okay. Meditation. Nice job, Amy. Louder. Yep. Volume. I understand. I understand. You want to be in that zone with everybody, but it's that. So you have to vocalize. Yeah, you have to be heard throughout the space. Especially right after coming out of pranayama, our energy is high. I mean, we've done nadi, we're starting to balance it, but my breath was high, so I couldn't really hear you all that well, and I'm stuffy anyways. But towards the end, because our breath becomes calmer, we can hear you. I could hear you a little easier. So just really think about that. Nice job with the guidance of the various steps, getting the 3-part breath in. You gave nice space in between each of the steps, though I don't recall if you said that you could stay here. Like if you're not seeing the red line, stay there. Okay. Stay there. If you have the red line, then you're moving on to the next step. But if you don't have that, stay there. So it's nice to build it up like Wishwan with saying that, you know, hey, if you've got the pumping, maybe you take it from side to side, you know, that kind of thing. But if you're not there yet, stay at this step. So don't be afraid to tell us what to do. And that's for everybody in here. We come to be told what to do. Nobody comes to yoga to not be told what to do. Okay. So don't be afraid to tell us what to do. Yes. Okay. So wonderful job with that. And nice Shavasana. It's a great time to tie in the theme. You did have us tie in our Sankalpa, so that's a wonderful time to do that too. But think about that throughout, that you can tie Sankalpa in with each thing, okay? And volume. That's really, so yay, everybody. Nice job.
That was so meaningful. You're saying like you have a purpose and it has meaning. And that was her intention.
Exactly. And I love that you tied that in. Yes. Yeah. Yes. So when you're with your group, reach out to who your person is that's doing intro and find out what their theme is and build off of that. Okay. But yeah.
My question was about the meditation. Like, there are so many parts to it. So if you yourself aren't, like, I'm really just with the red line
Mm-hmm.
and the white shiny things.
Yeah, the bursts of light. I love that it was a burst of light.
The shiny chakra.
Yes.
So, do you need to keep going and telling everybody all the other things, even though you don't even do it yourself?
Yeah. So just like when you teach, if you're going to teach handstand, you don't have to do handstand to know how to teach it.
It's not modified chakra.
Yeah. Yeah. But this is really, we have very guidelines. So you're teaching according to that. So even if that's not where you are, when it's your time to teach meditation, write it out that this is the first step, this is the second step, this is the third, this is the fourth, and you're guiding them through that, even if you're not doing it.
I'm only here.
Yes, like with Schwan.
It's permissive.
Yeah,
It gives them the humbleness to say, this is where I am.
yes.
And I'm like you, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. But I learned so much from everyone doing it.
Yeah.
Everyone's different parts.
Yeah, you all did great, and I love that Schwan said toot. It changed the energy.
I just brought it up.
It changed the energy and it made it much more fun.
Well, my
So
work is
fantastic.
playful, So I was like, I've got to throw some humor here.
Yes, yes, you did great job with it. So awesome job, everybody. We're back at 9.
You're so impressive. The other people, I'm gonna be like, my word of the day is 2, and everybody's gonna be like, what? Except y'all are gonna get